Quill Tree Books and Harper Audio present Love and Resistance by Mary H.K. Chen, performed by Josephine Huang. For my parents, who made me who I am, and my husband George, who showed me the world, you make everything possible. 1. Welcome to Plainstown. Surviving high school is all about strategy. Your goal this day, as it is every day, is endurance. To do that, you must become invisible. Do not go to the cafeteria. Do not go to the science wing, where social media supernova Mitzi Clarke has a monopoly-type reign over the real estate. No. If you are on the fringes, like me, you go to the bathroom first. You stay there until the pre-homeroom bell, and then you walk to your locker, briskly, but not running, as running will bring you attention, and attention is bad. Grab your books, then slide into your homeroom without making eye contact. The last is very important. Go from class to class, do not volunteer unless called on, and wait for the sweet final bell. Then you start all over again. I know this because my mom's in the military. I've gone to 4 different schools in 4 different states. Trust me, in order to avoid long days of torment, you've got to be tactical. I've never been popular, but I've never had food chucked at me either. I'm good at being stealthy. At one of my schools, I'm not even sure anyone knew my name. I was just the new girl. I consider that one of my biggest successes. Sometimes they called me the Asian girl, which was obviously horrible, but c'est la vie. School number 4, the predictably named Plainstown High School of Plainstown, Ohio, was, well, plain. I was both new and a junior, which was a terrible combination. Even worse, Plainstown had a closed lunch period, which meant that I was basically trapped on a battlefield, armed with nothing but overly preserved meats and small containers of nearly expired milk. Sigh. Getting through lunch now would take savvy, sophistication, brains. It was not for the amateur or the weak. Luckily, I was neither. The first objective, examine the terrain. Plainstown's lunchroom also doubled as its small assembly room, so it was filled with those long faux wood lunch tables with the parallel fixed benches. Excellent. The key to this sort of setup is the end seats. Never, ever sit in the center if you are trying to be invisible. First, you'll have to do that awkward leg swing over the fixed bench and will inevitably trip and land on your face. Second, you will be surrounded by people, most likely popular people, who will immediately notice you. That's no good. The most successful outsiders are those who can keep their exposed sides minimized and protected. Kind of like countries in the middle of a land war. Look here. You can see some kids have already caught on. I recognize a red-haired guy from my English class, an overly passionate defender of poetry, eating by himself at one of the ends. A few tables over, a quiet guy from my French class also secured an edge. And then, problem. The rest of the safe spaces were occupied, which meant I would have to ask someone to scoot over so I could sit down. Crap. Lightning decision. Who to ask? I scanned the seats. Poet guy, French guy, giggling BFFs. No. Lovey couple, no. Ugh, this was taking too long. Poet guy or French guy? French guy didn't speak much, so he was less likely to tell me off. Fine. Bonjour, mon nouveau ami. I took my tray, small purchase lunch, perfectly average, and made my approach. Do you mind if I said. French guy was clearly startled that someone was speaking to him. He scooted to the left. No protest. Good choice, Olivia. And then we proceeded.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?